Get up in the morning.
So, hello everybody.
Don't start the
Hello.
show.
Leave some more enthusiasm.
What's up, motherfuckers? It's Vitamin Geek, bitch.
Wait, I thought that was anime.
Just
Anime.
It's
What do we
ChattaCon
call it?
2014. We have 3 people in the room looking at us right now.
It's the magic of radio. We
Thanks,
can have
Mom.
as many people in here as we want. We got a great crowd tonight, guys.
Everybody clap, yeah. That's what it sounds like, a lot of people.
So I think most of you are already familiar with the Vitamin Geek brand. I'm not even going to go into how we
Raise
got
your hand
started.
if you're not. Okay.
Damn,
Long-time
man,
listener.
We have a new listener. Do you have any questions for us? Sorry.
We had a new listener. He left.
So first up, guys, I want to say this is my first ChattaCon, and I'm having a pretty damn good time.
Awesome.
How do you guys like ChattaCon?
It's cool.
It's alright.
It's cool. It's all right.
Cool.
Andre, woo!
It's shiny.
You got a slight head nod. Yeah, he's plugged in right now.
gonna
Hear the audience.
Maybe you should introduce
You ask him a
I'm
question
gonna
like
introduce everybody. Bitches.
in the intro.
First off, to my left, my lovely wife of 2 golden years,
Hi. Gold, not platinum.
Mrs. Susan Keelan.
Hello.
To her left is the one, the only, the zippy Mike Miller.
Hello.
To my right, one Mr. Benjamin Hawkins.
Hello, everyone.
And the man who needs no introduction, but he does need a hole in the top of his fez, it's Eric Williams.
Hello, everyone.
So we are doing a live panel cast at ChattaCon, as I said before. What's it?
Pancast.
Pancast. Got some people in the back of the room.
Leaving.
Nope, they left.
Bye guys, have a good. So first up, I just want to go around and say, what do you guys think of ChattaCon so far? Since I already told you what I thought. Eric, what do you think of ChattaCon so far?
It's cold as hell outside.
You're gonna have to get up in the mic, sir.
It's cold, dreary, and it's a fun time.
You're actually recording lower. Your microphones are broke. Sir.
This is your
That's
microphone.
yours, Corey.
So your equipment is broke.
What?
Just say it like you mean it.
Is it on?
Hey. Is it on?
This is
Is
the
it
Sound
on?
Equipment
Is it on?
Podcast.
It's not equipment. Yes,
It's on,
okay, we're
that's
good.
the
Sorry. Susan, this is your first ChattaCon, and I don't think you've been here very long, maybe, what, an hour? How have you enjoyed it so far?
I've been here 2.5 hours, actually.
Damn, time flies when you're having a good time at ChattaCon.
That was all podcast setup.
Podcast gold.
It's been pretty cool so far. I like the small cons where everything's kind of like in one place.
So it would be closer, shit, it would be better if the buildings were closer, or one building, right?
Oh yeah, it's really cold outside, and I don't like to be cold.
Yeah, down south we say colder than a witch's tit.
Yeah,
Bigger than shit.
and it is.
That made no sense whatsoever.
I think they say that everywhere. Yes.
This is your first ChattaCon, right?
Yes.
What, how do you like it so far?
You know, I hear it's better than the other 38, but I'm still gonna find out on my own.
Well, I can tell you that the audiences for these panels are just unbelievable.
Huge.
All 3 members.
Make some noise, guys. Come on.
We're supposed to call them a good audience.
All 300 people watching me. I'm so nervous. I'm sweating from the
There's so
Why
many
don't y'all
Spartans.
talk
What are they
about
doing here?
some of the things that you've seen so far, because you guys were here last night and up until 4 a.m. apparently.
5 a.m. I don't want to be rude to Ben Hawkins and not ask him what he thinks of ChattaCon so far. What do you think so far, Ben?
Let's see. So far, I've been to 2 events. The first one was exposition about cosplay, how to do it.
Starring one of our favorites, Leah Nelson.
Right. The second was a live panel setup event, untangling wires. That was pretty cool too.
Guys, our audience just grew by 25%.
I was trying to do that. It's huge.
We have a mathematician up here on the panel, so she can verify that math for me.
I don't think that's 25%.
But
Let's be realistic here.
shut up. So, does anybody have any questions out there so far?
No.
Anything, guys.
Moving on.
Cool.
What do you guys want to talk about?
What?
What do you guys want to talk about?
We are going to talk about our favorite things from the last year. Okay,
Oh, wow.
so as some people know, everybody up here should know, as of January 10th, Vitamin Geek celebrated its 1-year anniversary. Woo! It is not hard to get an applause in this room. The people next door are probably pissed. I don't care. So yeah, I just want to talk about our favorite movie, favorite comic, and favorite game of the past year.
I didn't realize this was just for the past year.
Let's just go
It's
live.
fine.
No,
That's
okay,
all right.
it's
At
not,
least
not,
Steven
flexible
told you.
show.
not what was released in the past year, but something you read or played or whatever the past year that you
Okay.
enjoyed.
Okay.
I want to start with Eric Williams because he's been very quiet.
So what do you want to hear? What I've watched or read?
I want your favorite movie first, please.
Of all time, or
A favorite movie, no matter when it came out, that you watched in the past year that you really enjoyed.
kind of a tough one, really. If you really think about it. Actually, there's a new one I just recently watched. It's called Frankenstein's Army. So if you really want to skip out this weekend and not watch the doo-doo movie Frankenstein, that's my personal opinion. Don't hate me on. But it's a movie called Frankenstein's Army. It's pretty much I can't remember. Nazis discover a scientist. No, it's a Nazi scientist that is reanimating dead corpses. And you want to give me food?
You had me at Nazi scientist.
So apparently I have to eat the microphone. So
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Or what?
Just
Frankenstein's Army.
Nazis.
I've lost train of thought. Yeah, it's about
Reanimating corpses.
Reanimating corpses. Set in World War II. Americans stumble across this. It's a really graphic horror movie, so check it out. That's probably my favorite movie I've watched recently.
That sounds neat.
Would you say that that is a good candidate for the Vitamin Geek spinoff, Vitamin Geek House of Horrors?
If we can get the entire cast of the House of Horrors to watch it, I'd say yes.
All 2 of them,
That's yes.
one of which hasn't seen it yet. All right, Ben Hawkins, favorite movie that you've seen in the past year?
Okay, past year. I've watched a lot of movies in the past year. I'll go with one that I watched for the first time this past year. It's called Stand Up Guys. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah.
It really surprised me. I did not go see it in theaters because I expected it to be okay, but I thought it was really spectacular the way they played the story out and everything. And of course, all the actors in it were great, Christopher Walken and everybody. So that was probably my favorite movie from the last year.
Cool. Honey Bunny, the favorite movie that you saw in the last year?
Okay, I can't remember what the name of it is.
I will help you because I probably saw it too.
You did. It's the one with Bagul.
Sinister.
Sinister, yes. That's
That's a badass
probably
movie.
my favorite, yeah. It was really cool and really scary. I probably had nightmares for a couple nights. And then you set Bagul as my Facebook birthday picture.
Bagul.
And so, yeah, that kept the nightmares going for a couple more days. But yeah,
Sweet.
that was a really good movie.
I'm glad to have helped you.
It wasn't really help.
It was very thoughtful.
Michael Miller, I know you watch some movies.
Yeah.
Tell us about one of them.
Well, to add to the anime part of this anime podcast, I wanted to.
It's
Just
anime
saying.
podcast, actually.
Yeah, I forgot we couldn't afford the D.
We're spinning all on these mics.
Yeah. But yeah, I watched a movie early, I guess April last year, in an art house theater in Knoxville, and it's from up on Poppy Hill. And so it's not by the director Miyazaki, but it's by the director's son. Miyazaki does like all the really well-known, like epic anime kind of, some kids movies, some not.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, Spirited Away. And so his son had done one, it was like Tales from Earthsea or Tales of Earthsea, and it was alright, but this one was like awesome, and especially knowing that the father Miyazaki was retiring, which was announced a few months later. I think that was like him going like, son, you've done good, and I can bow out. So it was that awesome of a movie.
Sweet. Okay, back around to me. My favorite movie of the whole year, this will come as a surprise to no one, was the Evil Dead remake.
Which I believe we covered on this podcast.
We did. We had some man on the street interviews and a 3 in the morning review of the film, which went something like this. Man, Evil Dead was really good.
It wasn't that bad.
That was one
Yeah,
of those
I understood you guys, so it could have been terrible.
Vitamin Geek by Painkillers. It was really awesome, super bloody. Very much in the spirit of the original, but something new and innovative too, and I really enjoyed it. My wife hated it, which only adds to its splendor.
So I haven't seen it.
Don't.
Dude, watch it. Oh, okay. Favorite? Hey, you guys, audience, what are some of your favorite movies that you watched this past year?
I watched some of the Ip Man movies.
Ip Man.
Oh,
The guy-
awesome.
That pops up on my Netflix all the time.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I really enjoyed them. Even if I have to read some of it. But
Is it? Did you watch Ip Man and Ip Man 2 or Ip Man's Last Fight? Or
all three of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's two of them. It's basically Bruce Lee's trainer.
Yeah.
And so it's such a well-known story that they make that thing like over and over in different ways.
Yeah, and the three movies are like one after each other. They keep following the timeline. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have a question for the audience. Why the hell are you guys not in the front row?
Anticipation that there'd be people.
They're trying to create filler.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
are just being
yeah.
sweet to the people who didn't show up. Those assholes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're here in spirit.
Look, there's a jacket
Dennis.
here that is gonna get claimed. Let's see. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, I know Dennis has watched some movies. What'd you watch in the past year that you really liked?
I watched all the same thing you guys have, actually.
That's good.
Which
We
one?
appreciate it.
Which one did you like the most?
Yeah, that's pretty. I like them all. I can't really pick just one.
We should pick one for
What I've seen, they've all been good. I can't just. There's not just one I like more than the others.
Fair enough.
Undecided. We'll list it.
Okay. You know what? I just noticed something. Hold on a
What?
second.
You're not recording?
Not recording.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's gotta be recording. Because I see the thing go.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I love that. Oh god. I love that. That's what everybody assumed.
Audience members, we're having technical difficulties, so please stay with
It's
us.
not recording. It's not recording. It's okay. I stopped it.
It's not recording right this second.
Yeah.
It was.
You gotta be careful. Huh?
Okay.
And we're back.
Little John,
Hi.
did you watch something cool this past year?
I've watched 3 movies this past year.
Only 3. Man, that narrows it down.
One was Thornton Hears a Who. It was terrible.
Is this the original Horn Hears a Who?
No, it was the animated elephant one. Then
I
I
liked
saw
it.
21 and Over. That was pretty okay. But last weekend I saw Oblivion with Tom Cruise.
Oblivion.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I liked it
Awesome to see
above
it.
Thornton Hears a Who.
Sweet. Andre,
That is such a diverse group of movies. By the way.
tell us about a movie, dude.
We're playing Candy Crush.
Andre's a mute today, so he's not
That
good.
was a non-audible smackdown.
Okay, we're gonna move along to our next category then. Favorite comic that you've read in the past year. We'll start with Eric Williams this time. Again, damn it.
Well, don't act so excited about it. Mine is Batman Noel. And I can't pronounce his name again. Joel
His friends just call him JJ.
Barmajo?
Barmajo.
We're rednecking the hell out of that. Barmajo. Batman Noel, you should be able to find that in any bookstore, like Books A Million, Barnes and Noble.
It's a take on the Christmas Carol, but it's with Batman theme. It's I don't want to give away the story, but if you've seen a Christmas Carol, you pretty much know how the story's going to go. One of the main characters is running with Batman, and as the story progresses, you see that what he needs to do to change his life, how he's written certain villains. It's really nicely put together, and also the artwork. That's what really originally sold me was the artwork. It's really amazing, especially when Superman actually pops up in this book, and he's drawn really well. That was my favorite so far.
Sweet, Batman Noel. Get you in the Christmas spirit. Ben Hawkins.
Okay. Since we are the anime podcast, I'm gonna.
Put that on a t-shirt.
The only podcast is more anime.
Just gonna be a piece of
We're
food.
never
gonna-
gonna get over that.
I'm gonna go with Claymore for my favorite comic I read this year. It's
Awesome.
Yes.
Got some claps.
Audience like that.
So I've got the anime series in my queue on Netflix, so I haven't actually seen that yet, but I did watch Claymore, or read Claymore up until they hadn't translated anymore from Japanese, since I don't read Japanese.
So
But it was pretty awesome. If you haven't read it, I do suggest it.
I will say, like with a lot of manga versus anime, it's one where because the anime had to be so tightly done, I love the manga more, but the anime is pretty beautiful. So
I'm looking forward to it. I love the manga, so I'm looking forward to the show.
awesome.
Honey,
Well,
you've read a comic.
I have read a comic, and it is my favorite comic, The Walking Dead.
Yay!
It's awesome. I love the characters, and yeah.
She likes it. It's a gateway comic, which, if you guys
Well,
don't
it
know,
hasn't really been a gateway for me, but
well, it has.
will
It's a
be.
long
I've been trying to get her
game.
to read Saga, and she won't. So, but our last episode was about gateway comics. It's not uploaded yet,
I
though,
thought it
because I
was
was
about gateway
tired.
drugs.
Yes, we're gonna talk about heroin
Gateway
next week.
vitamins.
Michael Miller. I know you read comics.
Yeah, and actually you just alluded to my favorite, and frankly, you said it way better talking about it on the last episode on Gateway Comics.
No one's
so-
heard it yet, though, because it's not uploaded.
Yes, but they also haven't heard this either, because it's not even done recording.
The power of time travel.
Yeah. So essentially, listen to that, and listen to Corey talk about Saga, because Saga I read late in the year, just following our trades 1 and 2, because I'm not so good with keeping up weekly. But even that was awesome, and from what I've heard, it only gets even cooler. It's weird as anything, but somehow you get past the strange TVs and live on.
It's very good. Check out Saga. It's on Amazon. It's cheap. My favorite comic was actually a mini-series that came out. Alex Ross did covers. Actually, Alex Ross did all the art. It's called Masks. It's a combination of all these pulp heroes. So you've got like the Spider, the Shadow, Green Hornet, Kato, Miss Fury. I'm doing the head thing. My wife's making fun of me. Zorro. It's really cool. And I don't want to tell you any more about it. It's only 8 issues. I'm sure the trade's like $15 on Amazon. But it's Masks, and Alex Ross does beautiful art, which anybody who's ever seen it can attest to. Favorite game? Eric Williams.
Favorite game?
Favorite game you played in 2013? The first year of the VG.
Is that going for board games, video games, or?
I picked a board game because I played 0 video games besides Candy Crush
Okay,
and
good.
Towers and Trumps.
Candy Crush is a video game? I'm a gamer.
Shit.
Apparently,
I just walked into it.
right now.
Just discovered this.
Oh, first, wait, hold on, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Did anybody out there read any comics and they were especially happy with them?
I was reading
Are
Doom.
you gonna talk this time?
Andre, you can just write on
Capture
your...
your
I'm up here talking to the microphone.
Green Lantern Darkest Night.
Green Lantern Darkest Night. I've heard like great things about that series. I haven't read it yet though. So you were into it?
Yeah, my first comic.
First?
First ever?
Wow.
Is
Comic
it your
virgin.
only comic?
No, the first one I've read. I got a couple of them. Don't read them. I just collect them.
No, he went through the gate.
Don't say that. Don't let her hear that.
Dust collectors.
She'll be like, stop buying comics. They just collect dust.
I understand.
That's
Little
not
John,
bad.
you read a comic.
We're moving on from
What was
here.
it?
Manga. Evangelion.
Which one?
I've got 4-volume omnibuses.
Okay, cool.
I'm waiting for the next one to come out.
Have you read any, like, they have, because it has, like, some weird spin-off ones. So there's, like, the Shinji Ikari project. One of them is, like, a detective series with the Eva characters, which, if you've ever watched Evangelion, is really weird to think about. And then there's one where it's happy, and they're just in school. Which also, if you've seen Eva, it's not happy. So.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
My
They're
kids
just
aren't
in
happy at school either.
Oh yeah, this is like so beyond that. You have to watch Evangelion just to be like, yeah, they're better than this.
You guys got any more comics?
I read an actual book.
Oh,
No,
boy.
Stephen.
Get that shit out of here.
I support this. let him talk.
No pictures. It's Dune.
Dune, yes.
Dune, Frank Herbert.
Yeah.
Sweet. What do you think of the movie, compared to the book?
Which one?
It's been so long since I've seen
The
it.
David
but,
Lynch movie.
It's been,
Not the 15-hour cut or whatever.
I can't remember anything of it. I mean,
Are
that's
you
been so
reading
long since
Dune itself, the book, or the spin-off series?
the book itself.
Okay.
I finished it. I'm started Dune Messiah, which is the second book in the series.
Are you farting?
Cool.
No, I just saw some like giant people in robes, and I wonder what they are.
People,
Giant
apparitions.
roles.
No, it's covered up by the robe.
Okay, back.
I think it's just two people.
Favorite
standing
game,
on another.
Eric Williams.
I don't have a favorite game because I really haven't played anything new this past year.
Cards Against Humanity, you played the shit out of that.
But I've played that before.
Don't say
so-
that one. I was gonna say that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think three of you
Spoiler
are gonna say
alert.
that one.
It doesn't have to be new, just something that you played last year.
Yeah,
mine's
But
not
not
new.
Cards Against Humanity, because I'm
Okay.
gonna say that one.
Well, it is new to me because now that I finally have gotten a working computer that will run things, I'm playing StarCraft 2 again.
Woo!
So
I know
that's
Ben
new.
loves that.
Constructing additional pilots.
Ben Hawkins.
Okay, I played a lot of games this year, and I'm generally behind on games. I don't buy games when they first come out. I wait till they're like $10 and then I go buy them.
Smart.
Yeah, so she says as she looks at Corey.
I did that too. I used to do that too, and I ended up with a pile of $10 games I never played.
It was 5.
So the favorite one that I actually bought 3 games, and StarCraft kind of took up a lot of my time. But in the last half of this year, I started playing Zelda: The Skyward Sword. And if you haven't played that, if you're a Zelda fan, it's a really good one. So that was probably my favorite game that I played this year.
Sweet. Honey Bunny.
Cards Against Humanity. Shout out to the Posies.
Shout out to the Posies.
That's a really fun game.
It is awesome. I played it before.
Yeah.
They keep us up on. Was that a Roller Girl?
Yeah, the Roller Girls are here.
They keep,
Oh, what are you talking about?
you ain't gonna get one when we're.
Apparently
Something
Corey's
that
easily distracted.
something that nobody can
Shiny,
see.
it's
He's
a Roller Girl.
He's like, people will come
Even
in
the
here.
audience can't see it right now.
Michael Miller.
So I think mine's also a shout out to the Posies, but it would be Munchkin Apocalypse, which we got to play at HoloCon.
Oh, yeah.
So
Munchkin's pretty
yeah, because
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, I'd never played Munchkin before, which in this much of a geek crowd I'm in is almost unforgivable. But
Yeah, I really like the Munchkin games.
yeah,
Fun.
it is a good starter. I haven't really gone from there yet to any of the other variations, but I enjoyed that one.
From what I understand, that's one of the harder ones. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and I think just because you have to do so much, even when it's not your move, I like that because I get really bored when waiting for other people's turns because I just have no patience for board games apparently. So this one kept me thinking the whole time and doing stuff, and I really like that. So I don't know if that's true for every Munchkin one, but I thought that was the harder element. So that's why I think I like this one.
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to. Well, that one has the seals.
Yeah,
in
that's
the game.
that's the different thing about that with the seals.
I'm
They
gonna.
make it way harder.
I'm gonna sound a lot like Michael. Munchkin Zombies has been awesome. I kind of bought it expecting it to kind of suck, and
But it has zombies, so you bought it anyway.
yeah. Well, we were at the beach and we needed like something to play.
And I had to read all the rules and try to figure it out.
I've still yet to read that book. But it's really fun. There are pictures, there are illustrations.
And you still want to read it. What's happening?
There's way more words than pictures.
Yeah, the ratio's not right.
Yeah.
It's a case of TLDR. Too long, didn't read.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. I think you can teach somebody the game in like one round.
Yeah, once you figure it out.
And the game, if you guys haven't played Munchkin ever before, the game is pretty vanilla up until everyone hits level 9, because at level 10 you win the game, and then everybody starts just
Or
backstabbing and
really
being
like
assholes.
level 7 or 8, because sometimes you can gain 2 levels. So if somebody's at 8, you want to.
You make it
Yeah,
sound like it's
separate.
like Uno right before the last card is down. It's like,
Yeah.
now everything.
Doubles barred.
Sometimes our boy Eric will take a first or second round YOLO and just start screwing people over for no reason.
It's YOLO, that's the
Let's,
reason.
Yeah.
let's use YOLO.
We used it last time when we played Zombie Dice, which that's fun too. That is a good con game.
You should
carry
have
it
the
around.
Mario lobes last night. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he would get 5 points and then blow it. Like, you need 13 points to win the game, and he would blow
Vegas
it
would love you.
every play.
How
He could
much
have
did
won.
you guys drink to start using the word YOLO?
He started, oh, dude.
What I find amazing is that
What
they cut the
happened?
alcohol off at 2 o'clock and they still made it to 5.
Michael?
Damn, Michael!
Sorry.
Ruining Corey's posters he stole.
So, audience, any games you played, board, video, card, or otherwise?
Oh,
Once
wait,
we
and
started
also
playing
like Candy
D&D
Crush.
recently, I've never played it before. It was different.
Nice.
Are you digging it? It's
Yeah,
really
so
fun.
far.
It's all D&D is all about the crowd that you're playing with. Like
Yeah.
you're playing with really fun people that are your friends, and it gets really good.
I've been playing with Sap here. So.
Very cool.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Just kidding,
No, the
Steven.
good Sap, not the other one.
Oh yeah, the
one
bad
that's
sap
here.
is not here. So
Bad sap. That's what the B stands for in
bad
BSAP?
sap. Yeah, and
Oh my
yours stands for sassy sap.
Super sap.
Ooh,
It's not a bad game.
Super
I've
Sap.
been enjoying it.
Yeah. Anybody else got a game?
Dota 2.
Dota 2.
I've heard a lot about that game.
That's too elite for me.
Yeah, I'm up to like 450 wins.
So are you like, do you do ranks in that like you do in StarCraft, like wood
No.
and bronze and silver?
So, you just
Iron
kind of
rank.
kill people. and
So, as the only person who apparently doesn't know what that stands for, what does that stand for?
Defense of the Ancients.
Ah,
I'm just used to not knowing what things are. I don't
Just
ask.
roll with it. It's fine.
It started with the mod off of Warcraft 3,
Yes.
and then Blizzard got butthurt, so Valve took it up and said, hey, we'll make a new one.
okay, cool.
That's why nobody
Sweet.
talks about Dota. They talk about Dota 2.
Yeah.
So, we're not really going to do a Q&A.
Other than the
Of
Q&As
course,
we've been
we
doing.
have an audience. We can do good.
Does anyone have any questions for us?
I
And then
hate
we will
that
aid
question.
them. Okay,
Little John's
go.
got a
Because I
question.
never have a question last that.
Okay. You do have a question?
No.
Okay. Does anyone like the Venture Brothers?
Never watched them.
Okay.
Yay, well,
Okay,
this could
good.
be your chance.
Well, okay, let's
randomly know
let's
this
start
question.
with Dennis on this one. Dennis, if you get this right, you win a Venture Brothers travel mug.
Probably won't get it right.
You'll probably
Valued
win anyway.
at $300.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that too.
Okay, we'll say whoever gets closest. How many times have the Venture Brothers died?
Plus, this is good. Yeah, that'll make it easier.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm going to say 5.
They actually apparently say it in one of the episodes that I haven't seen when I looked up the answer.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I really don't know, so I'm going to go with 5.
Any
Little
other
John?
answers?
13.
Little John is close.
Is it like Wheel of Fortune?
It's
Or,
15.
I have no idea what this game show's like. It's not Price is Right. You can go over.
Does anyone like Breaking Bad?
I
I haven't
do.
watched it.
Besides my wife.
What do we have Breaking
None of you
Bad?
have
I
watched
want
any
it.
Breaking Bad at all?
I watched one episode, and that was it.
Just give it to me. What is it?
It's Blue Rock Candy.
Oh.
Well, nobody wants it.
It's not a Breaking Bad item.
But it's in the Los Pollos Hermanos box. And it has an evidence sticker on
For
it.
the name alone.
Okay, so
The Chicken
So the
Brothers.
box will go to Susan.
Dennis.
And
you've seen some of Breaking Bad.
A little bit.
What is it that Walter and Jesse cook?
Wow, we really went back to basics on this one.
Well, they said they watched 10 minutes of the show.
No,
I
that's
assumed that-
it's totally fine.
we've almost stumped the
I'll
audience.
rank one with it. It's either crystal meth or crack. I'm going to go crystal meth.
Boom!
Good answer.
Little John,
Good
Dennis,
answer.
come claim your
Come,
prizes.
come get your crystal
Okay.
meth up here.
So we did have a winner for the last one. You didn't just like move on.
Yeah, the
watched
sugar
one. I
rock
watched a
candy was a
couple.
hint
Oh,
for
hey.
those of you that didn't get it.
Show us your prizes. It's like Christmas. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like Christmas.
I don't know.
Thank you guys. It was
Christmas, I just do a lot
good
of
trivia.
selfies.
Good trivia. We decided not to go overboard with the prizes this time because we didn't have as many because I gave them all away.
Maybe the audience sensed that and laughed.
Well, real quick, we have about 10 minutes left. Let's kind of go around the table and talk about what we've done and seen so far at ChattaCon that we've really enjoyed.
Hey, we could spend those 10 minutes like packing everything up very neatly.
But we ain't
So
gonna.
the next time it's easier to
It's,
set up.
it's okay. It's okay. I don't feel rushed.
Yo, Poe. Only
YOLO.
podcast once.
Stop saying
I,
that.
I alternated it.
Eric, what's been your favorite thing or least favorite thing at ChattaCon so far?
Well, the one that just topped my list is I now have the word Yoko.
Yoko.
Now he has to make another show.
Y'all
Yo-ho.
are
You
gonna
only
make me
hear it
leave
once.
early. I'm leaving early.
Out of all the things, this is my sixth or seventh. I think it's my seventh ChattaCon, but every year I always enjoy the burlesque show. It's a good show, and if you've never been to any burlesque show, if they're in your city or near adjoining city, go check one out. They're a lot of fun. They work pretty hard on those shows.
And,
That's
and you remember the names so you can like name drop them for the Knoxvillians and Nashvillians both?
well, that was what they did here is the comic strip.
Oh, it's
Slovene? Salavine?
Yeah,
Salome Cabaret.
Salome Cabaret out of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Shout outs to Big Gay James.
Yeah.
Tiger
Best MC in
Tangerine.
the business. Tiger Tangerine. What?
So that's
Is that your favorite one?
Little
Little John loved the burlesque ladies.
I wish I could have gone.
that
I
ass.
wish I could have
For the commentary
We were team
alone
titties,
that we
not
had
team
in our
ass.
row.
Well, I was straddling the fence. I'm sorry.
It's a tough decision.
Ben, you haven't been here very long. Have you seen anything you liked besides this amazing panel?
I did. Probably the only thing I watched any amount of was the cosplay panel that they had next door, and they had a full set of N7 armor from Mass Effect. They talked about how to build, so that was pretty awesome.
That was
I'm a big
made
Mass
by
Effect
Leah,
fan.
right?
Yes, made by Leah.
She
So
Yeah,
did
that was
awesome.
ridiculous.
that was pretty sweet. She even had the sniper headset, which is what I use in the game too. So that was pretty epic. Least favorite thing was set up for the show.
BSAP.
You're
Damn
so
it,
honest.
B-Sap.
The last side was joining us.
BSAP. We just
It'd be one
discovered
thing-
what the B stands for earlier.
Bad sap.
It'd be one thing to come in late,
And he's
but he has
super
to do it
sap because he was
fast.
early. Hi, Beth.
Pretty good, you're right.
Hi, Beth. Good to see you. Honey, have you seen anything cool at the thing yet?
The t-shirt guy,
Yep.
he was cool, and he had some cool t-shirts. He had a Grumpy Cat t-shirt.
You'll 9.
Oh, nice.
You'll 9.
What?
Y'all know?
You only live 9 times.
Wow.
That's
Yo-
not.
Yo-Pro
That's
and
not
Yo-Nine.
any derivative of YOLO.
Shout outs to Offworld Designs for having awesome t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's offworlddesigns.com if you're not at ChattaCon to buy your shirt today. But I got a free
Yeah,
hat.
if you can't see the T-shirt over the internet or hat, wow,
If you
I was
can't
like,
hear
what
what Corey's
t-shirt?
hat
they
says,
don't know.
Okay, Michael, you've been here a while, like since before I got here.
The con suite was pretty sweet,
Yes.
and
Sweet
I,
but sweet.
yeah, I like that.
That means-
I like that. Just even at 3 a.m., there were still a lot of people there to hang out with, and it just seems very chill and relaxed, but very sociable, like the whole affair. So it's pretty awesome.
I agree. The con suite's been awesome. The burlesque show was my favorite thing so far. The Subterranean Circus was really cool. Got some good comics in the dealer room. You guys will probably hear about those soon on the podcast. So, yeah. And I think we'll probably end up getting some... We had an awkward pause for a second. Not sure where to look at the audience.
Well, you get all soft and you're like grinning at me and like, what the hell's that mean?
I was just like, they're having a moment.
Now
He's
he's
got a
stage
crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now exceeded my comfort level of people watching me. So, but this is a cool con. It's my first time, so I'm digging it. I'll definitely come back again 4 times. What?
ChattaCon 40.
Eric's, oh, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We got 4 minutes.
I didn't say a word, man.
Are you in
totally
here to
cool.
harass us?
We got a harassment
yet.
agent in there.
I'm just
That's
saying
all right.
about-
That's what the rest of the audience is here for.
That's right.
But unless anybody has anything else, I guess we'll wrap it up.
I'm all good.
Subscribe to us on iTunes.
All right, guys, so let me run through that spiel real quick. So to reach out to us, it's facebook.com/Vitamin Geek Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Vitamin Geek. If you want to email us, it's vitamingeekpodcast@gmail.com. I don't know how I remember all this shit. Maybe because it's all the same. And And we would appreciate those iTunes reviews because
It will help us get to a larger audience.
It
Yes.
will. If we get enough of those, we will get on the front page. People will see it and go, "What's a vitamin geek?" And they might click it, and that's always good.
Then your friends won't look at you weird when you say you're listening to Vitamin Geek. They'll be like, me too.
Exactly. Okay, so for year 1, our goal was to keep a show going. For year 2, our goal is to be guests at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm bullshitting.
I was about to say,
High hopes, man. That's all I've ever heard of.
Just kidding. But anyway, signing off for my wonderful co-hosts here. We'll start at the opposite end of the table. It's Michael Miller.
Thanks for having me again, unofficially, officially, and all that. Yay.
My intelligent, beautiful, lovely, and talented wife, Susan Keelan.
thank you for letting me be on the show again. Second time.
You're
It was
welcome.
fun.
You have a wonderful live presence. That's why I married you. Well, not really, but it doesn't hurt. Benjamin Hawkins.
I'm glad our audience finally outnumbers the panel.
Finally, he said.
Sorry.
And my brother from another mother, Eric Williams.
We'll see you guys next week. So my closing word is going to be YOLO.
I have been your host, Corey Keelan, reminding you to read comic books and go see burlesque shows. Peace. We got claps.
This episode brought to you by the letters Y-O-L and O.
Stop it! I'm gonna murder all of you.